Nebraska leaders lay out a preliminary blueprint on how they'll get students back in the classroom next month. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska's public schools will use a color-coded scale to decide what restrictions they'll put in place when schools reopen this fall in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. During a Friday media briefing, Governor Pete Ricketts said that getting kids back into the classroom remains a top priority for the state. He says getting the quality education, balanced with socialization, nutritious meals, and ample opportunity to be active are extremely beneficial to kids, but says it has to be done safely. Commissioner of Education Matthew Bloomstead says it's going to be a building-by-building decision, and the implemented color-coded scale will help dictate where things stand.
Getting that alignment so it can be communicated as well as possible to our families and our teachers, but also building out specific things. If you're in the green, largely, you're in a good position to be able to run schools in a full capacity perspective. We believe if you're essentially in the yellow, you're able to run schools in a capacity that wants you to be cautious, right? Make sure that you have all of the appropriate PPE and that there's an opportunity to maintain social distancing. As you approach an orange, for instance, you start to have concerns whether or not you can be at full capacity. And red is essentially that you're back to a position where you should be remote learning completely.
However, a growing number of Nebraska parents are choosing to homeschool their children amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Nebraska Department of Education had processed more than 3,400 requests. That's up 21% from the 2,800 that were processed at this time last year. The total includes parents who were already homeschooling students last year. The Omaha World Herald reports that officials said the numbers may go higher still as parents continue to evaluate the reopening plans of their children's schools. And Nebraska lawmakers returned to their session Monday for the first time in almost 4 months, with most of the same challenges they faced back in March, plus new questions about how the coronavirus will affect the state budget. Most lawmakers still want to lower property taxes and pass a new tax incentive program for businesses, although it doesn't appear that either measure can pass by itself because of the potential cost to the state. Rural lawmakers are pushing for the property tax measure to ease pressure on farmers and ranchers, while the business incentives are mostly of interest to Omaha and Lincoln senators. Speaker Jim Scheer said things are certainly different as they reconvene during these summer months.
A lot has changed, but nothing has changed to the extent that there are still the 49 of us that are here today. 48 right now, I suspect. I see Robert's not here. But a lot of things around the world and in Nebraska has changed over the last 120 days or so. As we move forward, we have to remember that decorum and courtesy to each other. I want to remind people that we will still have different philosophies. We will not agree on everything. That doesn't necessarily make us the other person stupid or ignorant. It just means they feel differently. So as we move forward, please do not take comments personally. Hopefully no comments will be made personally. We will still have differences, and we have to continue to respect those differences. We have 17 days, and we have a lot to get done in those 17 days.
Property taxes and incentive bills are arguably the most high-profile issues that senators will confront. Well, straight ahead, very pleasant weather today across the region. Bill Boyer's in with your full week forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy. Supporting local jobs. Giving back to our community. Investing in entrepreneurship. Making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Join us in Mitchell, Nebraska for the 133rd Annual Scotts Bluff County Fair, July 25th through August 1st. Evening events start on Tuesday with the FAA Alumni Chore Time. Wednesdays, the Heartland Truck and Tractor Pull. Local stock at 6, main event to follow. Thursday is Dueling Pianos by Fun Pianos. Friday, it's the No Limits Monster Truck Competition. Then on Saturday, it's the 37th Annual Rubber Check Race. And on August 15th, it's the Demo Derby. For tickets, call 632-1828 or visit scottsbluffcountyfairgrounds.com.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Pleasant conditions across the area this evening. We are going to see some scattered thunderstorms with temperatures falling down into the 80s and then eventually into the 70s and near 60 as we get ready to start tomorrow. But again, we will have some strong thunderstorms across the region tonight. Really, we have daily chances of storms, and they could be strong to severe at times, and temps are going to warm up as we get into Wednesday. Yesterday, we hit 91 after a morning low of 62. Those are right about exactly where they should be. Just a trace of precip, still well below normal for the month and almost 3.5 inches now below normal for the year. You can see those 70s and 80s across the Cornhusker State right now as a cooler day again across the area. Mainly in the 80s, a few upper 70s sneaking in there as well, and winds are fairly light, under 10 to 15 miles an hour outside of any thunderstorms. We do have a few storms scattered across the region. A slight risk of severe weather tonight exists merely from portions of the Black Hills down into central Nebraska. It does clip a few areas right around the Chadron area down towards Alliance, maybe a slightly higher risk of severe weather there. We keep in that marginal risk of severe storms for tomorrow as well. A little less chance of some severe weather on Wednesday, slightly drier in here, but still going to be dealing with off and on showers and storms. Again, they're hit and miss, scattered variety. They will pulse up, become strong to severe at times, and then taper off as we go through the evening hours into the early overnight hours as conditions will again begin to settle down a little bit. Low temperatures overnight are going to fall down into the upper 50s and low 60s here across the region. Now as we get back into the futurecast for tomorrow, we'll start the day partly cloudy and we will clear off. Sunshine comes out to destabilize the atmosphere and we repeat with another round of showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow's maybe more focused on the southern panhandle versus the northern panhandle. So maybe between the two, we'll get everybody a little bit of moisture out here. Highs tomorrow, still going to be in the 80s, another comfortable day tomorrow before conditions start to warm up as we go through the rest of the work week and on into the weekend. Precip here looks scattered. Again, some areas of light, some areas of more, but some of those areas in blue may pick up over an inch of moisture in a few locations. So hopefully we're able to get some of that into fruition here over the next couple of days. Off and on thunderstorms, they'll be scattered. Some could be severe. 61-year low. For tomorrow, we're going to be dealing with highs in the mid-80s and scattered late-day storms. Our 7-day forecast, we're not going to take the thunderstorms out any one day. At least a 30% chance of storms scattered through the next several days. And high temperatures rebound into the 90s starting Wednesday and stay there through the end of the weekend into early next week.
This is Brad, president of Allo Communications. At Allo and across the nation, the way we connect is changing and growing. Our connections to family, colleagues, and the community become more meaningful each day. Allo's fiber network was built for growth. We have the bandwidth to handle the changing needs of today, tomorrow, and for years to come. We'll continue to invest in the towns we serve, in our team, and in our technology to be ready for the future. We build our network for you, our neighbors, and together we'll stay connected.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Your volume discount dealer.
Welcome back. Unified Command confirming 5 new COVID-19 cases in the Panhandle during their Friday afternoon briefing, including 2 in Morrill County, 2 in Scottsbluff County, and 1 in Box Butte County. Officials also announcing 1 new recovery each in Box Butte, Cheyenne, and Kimball counties. Through Friday evening, the Panhandle has seen 374 confirmed cases, 5 deaths, and 298 recoveries. That leaves 71 active cases, including 60 in Scottsbluff County, 5 in Morrill County, 2 in Kimball County, and 1 each in Box Butte, Cheyenne, Dual, and Sheridan counties. Well, Kelly Bean was a double winner at the 5th annual Regional West Foundation golf ball drop at the Scottsbluff Country Club during the Foundation's annual golf scramble. Of the 6 balls purchased by the company, the lucky number 15 ball dropped closest to the mark to win the golf ball drop's $1,000 grand prize. But that wasn't the end of their luck. Another ball landed closest to the X, winning the $500 second place prize. The big bonus was when the company donated the prize money back to the Regional West Foundation, which spearheads projects that are essential to the quality and growth of Regional West Medical Center. And Nebraska Democrats have endorsed a new U.S. Senate candidate in hopes of pressuring their current nominee to drop out of the race after he sent sexually offensive text messages to a campaign staffer. The party's state central committee voted on Sunday to back Alicia Shelton, an Omaha mental health therapist, if nominee Chris Janasek withdraws his name from consideration. He has refused to resign from the race, and state law bars the party from removing him as their nominee without his consent. If Janasek does not withdraw by September 1st, his name will remain on the ballot as the party's nominee in November. Well, still to come, Chris Cottrell in with the latest from the sports desk. All of that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
Are you looking for the perfect place to hold a wedding, family reunion, holiday office party, or business meeting? Well, look no further. The Hampton Inn and Suites Hotel and Conference Center is just the place for you. We're a full-service banquet facility that can host up to 400 of your guests. Stop in and see our spacious open-concept meeting rooms and begin planning your special event or family gathering today. Let us do the work for you so you can enjoy your guests. For personal service, stop by the Hampton Inn and Suites front desk.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Now, sports from the FNBO Sports Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
Well, we go from one All-Star weekend to another, plus some history at Oregon Trail Park Stadium last night. Let's start quickly there on the diamond, where the Pioneers played the role of victim last night at home. Victim to the second ever no-hitter in the Expedition League. Husker Shea Shaneman pulled it off with the no-no that went along with 10 strikeouts and 113 pitches over at Oregon Trail Park Stadium. Pioneers look to avoid the 3-game sweep tonight. We'll have coverage, of course, on KOZY. We'll have a pair of Legion baseball games coming up tomorrow here on the network, TV and radio for that Zephyrs road game at Alliance, and radio only for the Gehring home matchup against Gordon at Oregon Trail Park. This past Friday, it was Panhandle Prep All-Star Basketball. This week, it'll be West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball and Football. For much of the spring and summer, things appeared pretty bleak with regards to holding these games, but committee member Dave Hawksworth says here we are in late July and right now in pretty good shape.
Our committee was very determined to try to have it as long as we could, as long as we knew we could provide a safe environment for the kids and also for the fans. We were committed to at least trying to have the games. And as of now, the way things have been, the restrictions have been lessened a little bit. It looks like we're going to be able to get it done.
The number one thing the committee's been focused on is making it a safe environment, safe for players, safe for coaches, and safe for fans.
We just are working closely with Panhandle Health. We had to submit a plan for both venues, and obviously limiting capacity is huge. We're going to temp check all of our fans, and we are going to make sure that we do our part as encouraging early arrival. Tried to do a dismissal where we're trying to keep people apart. Whether we're going to have one door coming in and exits, just doing everything we can, social distancing and trying to make it happen. We also want to encourage masks for people at our games. It's not something that we can mandate, but we just encourage it. We will sit socially distanced in the stadium and also at volleyball, so people will need to try to sit in their family groups.
Plenty of sacrifice being made by all parties involved to make these games possible. Tickets will only be available at the gate for each of these games on Friday, and they'll cost $5 for students, and under 5 kids get in for free.
Our plan for that for both games is that all family members will be allotted 10 tickets. They'll have an envelope that they'll pick up at the gate, and so that number of tickets will come off the top of our capacity, and if family members only use 5 or 7 tickets, then we'll take those remaining tickets and put it back in our general population numbers, and so that we can ensure to get the families in the game. And so then at each place we'll have a max capacity and only have that many tickets available.
Games coming up on Friday. We'll have Rural Radio Network coverage for both All-Star matchups, radio only. That'll be volleyball from WNCC starting at 4, and then we'll have KNEB.TV coverage plus radio for the football game from Bearcat Stadium that night. Again, volleyball first serve at 4, kickoff for football Friday night at 7. We'll have more on the games later this week with players arriving and checking in on Wednesday. That'll do it for today. The latest from right here at the FNBO TV Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back right after this with more here on KNEB.TV.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Way of Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scotts Bluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look at what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, United Way of Western Nebraska will be hosting their 23rd annual duck event presented by Team Auto Center in September. Executive Director Steph Black tells KNEB News they had to make some big changes early on based on uncertainties about COVID-19 restrictions.
We're calling it the rubber duck draw. We will not be floating any ducks this year down the river. Because we work with the Gaming Commission, we had to set things and get the duck permits and brochures to print and ready to go very early on, so we had to make some decisions when there was still a lot of uncertainty.
Ducks officially went on sale today and can be purchased at Team, First State Bank, Scotch Bluff's Main Street Market, and the United Way office on Broadway. Black says the event will be a fun, family-friendly festival with games, food, and music at the 18th Street Plaza starting at 9 a.m. on September 12th, with ducks being drawn at 10:30. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.